I just had this thing working.
Supply. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
To buy a new cable.
Flying Nimbus! You found a power key. Go slot it. That's a new power key. Place it now. This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them. Hey, great. You found another power key. Use it quick. Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Gonna try to head to B and C real quick.
Flying Nimbus!
Happy birthday, man. Hope you had a great day. All the best. I think we got busted. I'm so sick of Broly, dog. There's only so much I could do.
Holy hell. Great. You know what to do with that key. Go, Broly!
Even when you get away, this guy can still key sense you. Ridiculous. We have all the Dragon Balls. Once he gets to level 4, we'll get the transfer.
You've got all 7 Dragon Balls. Summon Shinron at the altar.
Guy is so annoying, man. Can't really do much. Dragon change.
Flying Nimbus! An ally needs your help. You don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in. The startup system for the super time
We
machine
lost
is
2
ready.
players.
Head there now.
Consider it done.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Oh man. Stay calm. Stay calm.
Actually, I should grab the other transfer.
I sent you a super transfer.
You don't get cooked right here.
Flying Nimbus!
It's this other transfer. All the way over there. Going for that. Beat it.
Stay calm. Stay calm. I'll send some supplies to help. Make good. Use some.
Holy. Where's the other level 4, man? Help me out. You did fair damage right there. Yeah, barrier, man. Keep your fucking shield. Destroying the area. He's almost dead. Got him! Let's go. So sick of Broly. Yo, Tagati, I wish you were watching, man. His ass. That's what I'm talking about. 19, yo.
Before you and having to finish this war which you demons had went and had originally started, Brohan continues. Understand that you will not win, especially not now, and so you want to go and devour each of our realms and tear the multiverse open for your so-called dominion, huh? Well then let me go and make this as clear as I possibly can when I go and tell you all that you will not only go as far as to live long enough after our next encounter in making you pay for what you have done, but that very tension that you are feeling within your chest isn't fear that is haunting you, Brohan continues, but instead it's our power, Brohan says, and now that you are able to go and feel it surging, you know that this is it, because there will be nothing that either one of you so-called elites and Dark Masters can go and do that will destroy what we are now, Brohan says. And as the very moment that you demons had went and reached across your dimension and having to go and drag us into yours, ultimately enough, your fate had been sealed, because I don't care on how deep your pathetic darkness goes or what ancient gods you monsters happen to go and serve, because none of them will be able to save you, as I plan on destroying each and every single last one of you until the multiverse goes back into knowing peace once again. And so now which one of you vile creatures wants to go and be the first to perish before the rest? To which it was only all of a sudden within these very moments now, as the demon elite Mechimyro then went on to make his move and dashing directly towards Brohan, was when Mechimyro then went on to quickly respond. What an incredibly alarming and massive battle power. For such a union shouldn't have been made possible for these mortals to go and pull off here, but no matter, Mechimyro says, for I will hereby go and put an end to this myself and be done with you vermin once and for all, you Saiyan scum. As I should have went and had dealt with the two of you when I had the chance, as I will go and ensure that this here and now will be our last. But then, it was only just upon with the elite demon Mechimyro then being shown having to attempt to strike Brohan, with Brohan being shown having to completely move out of the way before having to impale Mechimyro, was when Brohan then went on to quickly respond, oh really, is that so? Well then if that's the case, then allow for me to go and be the first in having to go and break this to you the hard way then, because if you are to go and believe that you truly have the power to go and destroy what we have forged and having to go and become, Brohan says, if there was ever a time where you had wanted to go and doubt our ability and having to go and do so, then let me go and hereby show you on why exactly you will never beat me, no matter how tough you go and proclaim yourself to go and be, demon. But if you still insist on having yourself go and fall for your own delusions into thinking that this is the full extent of my true and absolute power, Brohan says, then you are in for a very rude awakening here, demon, because not only am I holding back tremendous amounts of power here against you, but since you have went and had volunteered yourself in being the first to go and find out, Brohan continues, then allow for me to go and hereby reveal to you the true extent of what lies within me, demon. For what you are looking at now is not only the combined might of both Gohan and Broly in having to magnify our powers, Brohan says, but now that you are able to go and see the full scope of the kind of warrior that you will be left in having to go and face off with alone, understand that this will be as far as we will allow for you to go, demon. But even then, despite with Mechimyro's injuries, with Mechimyro shown still attempting to attack Brohan, was when Brohan then went on to continue, you know, you were right about one thing here, demon, that this was never supposed to go and happen, for we should have never have been allowed to go and get this far in combining our powers here to stand against you, but now that we have, and now that we are far stronger than we have ever could have dreamed of having to be before prior to these armbands, Brohan continues, we are now going to go and demonstrate the full nature of both Gohan and Broly's combined powers by exercising upon you a fury the likes of which you have never seen in your life before, by going and giving you our full and undivided attention here, since we both have a personal bone to go and pick with you here, demon. And since it looks as though you are finally ready to go and settle this for good, as you
Let's get another W.
Can you hear me? It's Trunks.
Stupid humming noise is back. Still there? I think I need to buy a new cable, guys. This shit's not working out. 1 second it works, next it just don't want to work.
You found a power key. Go slot it.
I can hear it just fine on my side. The stream just can't hear it properly.
Take it now.
Dog, you're still in school? How's that going?
Great. You know what to do with that key. An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
Gonna head to E. Someone else planting that key. Tomorrow I'm gonna start 100 push-up challenge. So look out for early morning stream. Gotta get back into shape.
Where am I? That's a new power key. Place it now. Someone save me. Hey, great. You found another power key. Use it quick. Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
Maybe I should leave. Go try to find this E key. It's most likely in the front by the tournament stage. Oh, right here. Like, I didn't understand how this guy even found me, bro. This guy was all the way in D. There's no way he knew where I was. Guy was right over here when I was already up the street in E. Somehow he found me.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Honestly, I think during rank I gotta take out my my YouTube name out of my username. This shit's just fishy, man.
I sent you a silver transfer. Use it to hold the enemy back. An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
3 got demolished.
You have my thanks.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them. Flying Nimbus!
Snap in the body.
Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
This match is this match is a write-off, man.
I sent a new super transfer. Sorry, that'll have to do for now.
I think he saved Amanda. Oh, someone saved her.
Nimbus! The startup system for the super time machine is ready. Head there now.
Fortunately, we don't have no soils or a barrier.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Please help me.
Welcome.
Thank you.
My bad, Super Saiyan. I didn't even notice you were down.
The startup system is under attack. Stop it if you
They're
can.
on level
or
4.
retreat if you need to. Got it? The startup system's under attack. It's dangerous, so tread carefully if you want to get closer. Stay calm. Stay calm. Oh man.
It's getting cooked right now.
I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of them.
Oh, there's nothing much I can do, guys.
You're done.
Bro, what can I do? What can I really do? Nothing. There's nothing I could have done, bro. Right now we're just playing Whatless.
Holy hell.
I don't know why this guy just doesn't destroy the time machine, bro. You won the match, dog. Why are you wasting time? Just end the game. So that someone took that soda already. Kill me, bro. There's like, there's nothing we could do. I'm trying, man. I'm trying, but there's nothing I can do, man. It's literally just toying with us. Like, why did it take this guy so long to do that, man?
Beacon that's indicated by a blue light.
Get out of here.
Bastard!
At least finish the job.
I've sent the escape time machine. Use it to get out of there.
This was literally a waste of time, bro. What's up, Patrick? I won my last Broly match, but we lost this one. It's only been my second match, so I don't really know how long the wait times have been. It's just less than 5 minutes for me.
You had just claimed for yourself to go and be, then allow for me to go and put an end to our personal differences here once and for all. This was what you wanted now, wasn't it? Well, you better be ready for what it is that you are about to go and wish for, because I am about to go and give you everything that you've been wanting to go and get out of us, along with going and giving you a little extra on top of the fact, Brohan says, because what I'm about to go and unleash here against you won't be something that you will be strong enough to go and survive, no matter how durable your metal may be, demon. What are you doing, Saiyan? Are you completely insane? For there is no possible way that you will find yourself in having to go and survive this if you truly decide to go through with such a thing, as you will only end up destroying yourself in the process if you do, and so what are you doing? Don't be a fool, as you won't be successful no matter how hard it is that you try, and so don't you dare go and do it, Saiyan! But then, it was only from within these very moments now where Brohan had in fact decided to go and do this, because as soon as Brohan was shown having to unleash a gigantic explosive wave barrier attack that went on to completely shred Meki Myro whole was when the demon scientist Sugami went on to observe this by then responding, "What an uncontrollably dangerous and violent situation that this has now turned into. For it was a mistake in having us go and drag these warriors into our domain like this, for we mustn't go and allow for their efforts to chip away at our armor, but we may not be left with any other choice here than to go and do what we need to if we hope to go and continue to wage this war against these mortals, and especially if we hope to do this without having to go and lose any more of our soldiers within the process. For the merged Saiyan appears to be far too powerful for either one of us to go and engage with like this, and because we cannot go and continue to let our chances of victory slip through our fingertips, I will need to go and hurry and make my escape back to my laboratory now before it's too. But then, it was only from out of nowhere with Orange Piccolo now being shown having to grab hold of Sugami right before having to be shown having to throw him directly into Brohan's oncoming attack was when Piccolo went on to then quickly respond, "No, you don't, and just where exactly do you think you're crawling off to, demon? As I never said that we were done, because you and I have a little bit of unfinished business to settle here, and since you were so confident in having to go and make the bold claim that you and your legion of monsters were going to win," Piccolo continues, "it's time that someone goes and gives you a very painful reminder in having you go and understand that no matter what you demons go and try to do in hopes of attempting to break our spirits in this battle, understand that you won't win, and so now let this hereby serve in letting this be the wake-up call that you had just so desperately needed, for you will never be strong enough in finishing your sinister mission, no matter how hard both yourself and your demon legion go and try to change that. And since your plan was to go and annihilate us all in the name of having to go and purge all those whom you had deemed to pose a threat to your worthless kingdom, how's about we go and take this moment and having to go and change that, for this is what you you get for ever daring to go and think that you could ever go and get away with everything it was that you had went and done, Piccolo says, to which as Piccolo was then shown having to throw Sugami directly into Brohan's attack was when Piccolo then went on to continue, there we go, and so maybe now you will learn the hard way in the afterlife by having you understand that no matter what you and your legion of experiments go and try to do to us, we will never going back down no matter how overwhelming the odds appear to be in having them be stacked against our favored demon, for this is what you get, and so now do yourself a favor and don't ever plan on coming back if you know what's good for you, to which as Beerus was shown having to oversee this from above, it would only now appear as though Beerus seems to be very happy in the fact that all of these demons are now starting to fall one by one, as Beerus went on to then quickly respond, yes, good, very good indeed, for it's about time that we start making progress around here and putting those little deranged creatures where they rightfully belong. And with that newly formed fusion and having to now set the standard down there and watching them go and garner everyone's attention by unleashing the full scale of their seemingly bottomless power, Beerus continues, and it'll only be a matter of time from this point onwards where those demons are going to be destroyed. I wouldn't be so quick to go and celebrate so soon if I were you, God of Destruction, Jogo went on to then appear from behind by responding, and that is simply because so as long as we, the Dark Masters, are able to go and siphon off our power and using the Demon Realm's very essence as an extension to our very core, I am going to go and drain you of every last drop of energy that I can possibly go and get my hands on, and redirecting this very force against you and having it be what eradicates you, Destroyer. Why, you sneaky little rodents, as if I'm actually going to go and be foolish enough in allowing for you to go and steal my energy the way you were trying to, will this ultimately result in what will inevitably backfire upon you, because deep down at your very core, Beerus continues, you know for this to be the truth, you cowardly little demon, with Jogo responding, nonsense, Destroyer, for you alongside the rest of your allies will be devoured and hereby destroyed. What is this? For my body and my energy consumption technique, I can't seem to be able to move, but how? For what did you go on to just do, God of Destruction? As Vegeta went on to then yell at Beerus from below by then quickly responding, Lord Beerus, hurry and go and take this chance to go and make use of the little time that we have in having to go and freeze him in place, as I can't go and hold him in place like this forever, and so you'll need to go and hurry, and so now never mind the formality on how or why, but let's just hurry and make use of this moment while we still can, Vegeta continues, and only from here having to go and dispose of these monsters so we can hurry and go and reach their demon god Raijin before it's too late and having us go and find him down here. To which of course this was exactly what Beerus had gone as far as to do, because with Beerus now being shown having to completely impale Jogo just before having to toss him down below was when Beerus then went on to quickly respond, yes, of course, and so what was that in which you were just going on about and having to go and say to me, demon? Yes, what was it? Something about having to go and devour my energy and going and using it against me now, was it? Well, I, on the other hand, have a better idea. And since you appear to be stuck within your vile ways and having to go and assume that stealing my energy was going to be as easy as taking a walk, Beerus continues upon now being shown throwing Jogo directly down towards Brohan's attack, let's just go and have a see on exactly how much force your body could hold out against before it starts to crumble and shatter within itself, and from there going and watching you be consumed by the very powers which you were seeking to go and devour, demon. And so I want for you to go and remember my face here, demon, as this is going to be the last face that your miserable eyes will ever get the chance in having to see. And so now, good riddance, to which as Beerus was then shown completely having to destroy Jogo was when Beerus then went on to quickly continue, and here you thought yourself as being worthy enough in having to go and challenge a god of destruction all on your own like this. this? Well, good riddance to both you and your remaining demon legion. To which, as Vegeta was then shown smiling and having to look up, was when Vegeta went on to then quickly respond, yes, good. So that makes 2, and with only 2 more of these so-called Dark Masters that remain, once we go and get rid of them, will they only leave that bastard Raijin all by himself, and that's when we'll go and make our Vegeta get down. Goku then went on to quickly save Vegeta by responding, for he nearly had went and sliced you in half just now, and so we'll need to go and be careful, with Bakar then having to quickly respond, why, you little worm, as each and every single time I seem to target one of you, the other is always there to go and make the save, which is really starting to go and get under my skin here, Saiyans. As I have grown very sick and constantly having to go and witness both you alongside your troublesome little universe go and attempt to try to prevent what was already set in stone long before you were even alive, and having to go and see it all for yourselves, and since I cannot go and allow for either one of you to try and escape me, in the name of all that we have strived to go and create, and in the name of our one and only true God King Lord Raijin, your flesh will be torn in two and your souls will be ripped away, as I will now reveal to you the very nature that lies deep within me, Saiyans. And so now brace yourselves and prepare to go and meet your end. But then, it was only shockingly enough now from out of nowhere, with a mysterious energy blast being shown having to pierce directly behind Bakara's back and having to be shown going right through him, was when Goku then went on to quickly respond, whoa, what in the world, and just where the heck did that just fly in from out of nowhere like that? As that couldn't have been any of the others now, was it? With Vegeta responding, no, it couldn't have been any of the others, because the others all appeared to be preoccupied within the moment, Vegeta says. And so now if this attack didn't just so happen to come from any one of our allies that are fighting alongside with us within the demon realm here, Vegeta continues, then there is only one other person whose very attacks are identical to the ones that are being fired upon right now, as it would only now appear as though he's here with us, Kakarot. To which, unfortunately enough for our heroes, now Vegeta was in fact actually correct, because it was only from within this very moment now, from out of nowhere, with Frieza now being shown having to make his presence known to everyone, was when Frieza went on to then quickly respond, you know, I must say that I'm honestly quite surprised that you weren't able to go and sense me coming, despite with this battle that you were shown in having to go and wage here against these monkeys and having it go and be a difficult one. But I suppose that your obsession with theatrics has clouded your perception here, and so what a shame, Frieza says. And here I expected more from one of Raijin's so-called mightiest Dark Masters, but I suppose that even shadows can be outshined when having to be left and facing off against a far more violent force, and because of this, Frieza continues, and I believe it's time that a new empire is to be established here within the demon realm, an empire that is ruled by a true leader, as I do happen to believe that you and your allies here have served your purpose well, but unfortunately enough will no longer be needed, Demon Black Frieza went on to then continue. And so now ask yourself, Demon, for did you honestly believe that I would truly go and bow my head in pledging my loyalty and having to go and serve under someone else? Because the very idea of having me go and do that is, well, not only extremely insulting to me, but it's also very disrespectful, Frieza continues. And since your mighty supreme leader was so kind enough as to go and grant me a new dark and twisted power to go and operate with, and having me go and do just as he had instructed of me, just because he was foolish enough to go and trust me with such strength doesn't mean that I will go and do exactly as he says, because I, on the other hand, have other plans that I very much look forward to attend to, Frieza says. But then of course we have the two of you. Oh, what's wrong now? Don't tell me that you monkeys are surprised to go and see me here now, are
I gotta order a new cable. This shit's not working properly sometimes.
Compared to me, you're nothing but a was just getting bored. I'll savor your suffering before I end your meaningless life.
Just cut off. What am I supposed to do?
Can you hear me? It's Trunks. I've set a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here.
The worst part is I have to order this cable off Amazon. The girl whose Amazon account I used to use, I don't even talk to her no more. Well, I guess I gotta go make my own account. Fuck it. It is what it is. Because I can't go buy this cable from like the store. I have to order off Amazon.
Flying Nimbus!
Getting a little closer.
Ally down! If you intend to
Oh,
rescue them,
the man's
watch out
indicating
for
where
enemies.
a baby is, and he still got caught.
Flying Nimbus!
Baby's annoying, dog.
Right now!
Baby and Broly.
This is bad. Somebody's down.
The Gammas are annoying too because they steal the keys.
If you're going to help them. Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick. Great. You know what to do with that key.
Save that guy after. He still has some time.
Flying Nimbus! Hey, great! You found another power key.
You just have to set these two keys. Fortunately, we're down a player.
Access the startup system from the central area. Just a little
Gotta
more
get some
to go.
cubes, scare level
Then you're
3.
done.
Look for some cubes real quick.
Flying Nimbus!
Huge, man. Cubes. No cubes.
An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
2 large cubes. Barriers everywhere. Yeah, 5 Dragon Balls. 6 Dragon Balls.
Holy hell. The startup system's under attack. It's dangerous, so tread carefully if you want to get closer. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to. An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in.
He gets his level 3, then we can get
Take on.
quotas. I do have a final dragon change. There's a person with a dragon change. You need to go in, bro.
Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies. Before you die.
We don't have Dragon Ball, so we might be screwed. Sorry about the sound, guys.
With the supplies, it should purify any abnormalities in the body.
So that the cable's messed up. Oh man, you need to go. This stupid bitch, man.
Hold on, okay?
Blind Nimbus!
Change!
Where's the supplies, Trunks?
Take on.
You dropped them already?
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them. Ally down. If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies. Stay calm. Stay calm.
No need.
Don't worry. I'll take care of the people under Baby's control here. This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme
Well, last
caution if
minute.
you're going to help them.
Terrence, you still alive? I think you're dead.
You're done!
You're getting cooked out here, man. Stupid guy is shooting me. Time machine's almost at 100 though.
Accept this and rise again!
How much beer you have? Come on, Survivor, go do something. Why are you running away, bro? Look at that. So stupid. Time Machine was almost at 100%. We had 2 players with dragon changes, and they decided to, one hid as a freaking vase and the other one ran in the other direction. What's the point of playing this game if you're just be a pussy, bro? Straight up, why are you playing this game if you're just gonna be a pussy, bro? You guys can never survive in real life where I'm from. Get robbed.
Are you? For I can now begin to see the disappointment that lies within your very eyes, but don't tell me that you truly thought that I would go and align myself with such creatures, because you should know better than anyone that I didn't just go and claw my way back out of an oblivion again just to become someone else's instrument of destruction here. And as this in and of itself couldn't be further from the truth, which the two of you should already be well aware of by now, and if you monkeys were going to go and fall to anyone, Frieza continues, then you should already be well aware in knowing the fact that fate has already reserved that title for me to have a very long time ago. And so without having us go and waste any more of our time here, Frieza continues, why don't we go and finish what we had started a very long time ago, and that is by allowing for us to go and put an end to our long, troublesome history for good, in having us go and finally settle the score here between us once and for all. And as I also want to go and promise you monkeys here that this will not be as easy of a challenge for you to overcome as one might assume for this to be, and so shall we? No, and don't you go and worry yourself here either, my fellow demon, Frieza went on to acknowledge Bakara by responding, for I will also go on to ensure that you are all ready to go and be dealt with before I go and take my revenge and having to go and slaughter these 2 worthless monkeys in the meantime. And so don't you worry, because I didn't go on to forget about the rest of you here either, demon, with Bakara responding, why, you rotten, low-down, bottom-feeding coward, how dare you go and raise your arm against our legion and having you go and attempt to strike me down like this, you fool, you loathsome traitor. For do you truly think that this is over? That your sudden and pathetic surprise attack will be enough in what brings you victory here, Bakara questions? Because not only have you went and started a war here between us that you cannot possibly hope to go and finish all on your own, but now that I can see that you are hereby a far bigger problem for us than these Saiyans are, I am going to go and make sure to see to it that you are destroyed first before we are to go and resume our mission in wiping out these Saiyans in the meantime, Frieza. Well, I must honestly say that I do in fact admire your willingness to go and follow your precious little orders and doing what you must in order to go and get rid of me, demon. However, you and I both know that you will not be so lucky in going and getting in the way of my plans after taking the amount of damage that you were just shown in having to go and take from me. And as I just want for you to know that I didn't go and betray you demons here, but instead, you could say that I had simply evolved beyond you all, which is why I am standing and you are not, Frieza continues. And so now what do you say we go and put our differences to rest here, because I have some unfinished business with those monkeys that I need to go and attend to right now, which I am just eagerly waiting for. And so now shall we, with Goku then having to address Vegeta by then responding, oh darn it, he's leaving us with no other choice here, and so we'll need to hurry and do what we need to do if Frieza decides to go and target us next here, Vegeta. And that is simply because not only does he look and sound serious about what it is that he is after here, Goku continues, but if we are to go and take our eyes off of him even for just a moment, then this entire situation could end up turning bad for us, which is why we'll need to go and attack him before he goes and decides to attack us, Vegeta, with Vegeta responding, "Oh, this is just great, as if fighting these demons alongside your leaders wasn't enough, because now we're stuck in having to go and deal with Frieza now here too. Oh, damn it all. Well, hold your ground in the meantime, as we'll go on my signal then, Kakarot," to which as Bakara was then shown quickly having to address Frieza was when Bakara then went on to quickly respond, "Wait a minute now, and just what do you think you're doing, Frieza? For I am your superior, and as your commanding superior, I order for you in the name of Lord Raijin to go and stand down right now, or you will be destroyed." Well, I hate to go and burst your bubble here, but sorry, Commander, for it's as I had mentioned to you earlier, Frieza says, as I am not really the type to go and take orders from just anyone here, Demon, and if you claim to be my commanding superior, Frieza continues upon then suddenly being shown having to completely slice Bakara in half, then how's about we go and help relinquish that little title of yours and handing it on over to a far more deserving contender, as both you alongside your services here will no longer be needed from this moment onwards, Demon. And so now thanks for the suggestion, but I think that I will just politely decline your frivolous little offer here instead. And so now this is what you get, to which as both Goku and Vegeta were then shown quickly having to charge directly at Frieza was when Vegeta went on to then quickly shout, "Oh, damn it all, let's go, Kakarot, for now's our chance to go and rush in and take him before he winds up in having to go and make matters worse for us here, and so now let's hurry," with Frieza then having to be shown quickly responding, "Ah, yes, and there the two monkeys go, just as I knew that they would, and so come now. For I do in fact actually welcome this challenge more than you can possibly know," Frieza continues, "and as of course you can both see, I am quite pleased with the results of what was given on to me by that wretched demon god Raijin of theirs, for I had went and played the part of a humble tyrant in seeking purpose quite convincingly, as a matter of fact," Frieza continues, "and since I am acting on my own accord, I just want for you both to know that you and I are far from finished with where it was that we had started, and just like I had mentioned when we had battled against that rotten angel Murno before, I will have my revenge no matter how far I will need to go in order for me to go and claim it, and that is simply because I already won the very moment I had went and deceived that demon god Raijin, but once I am done with the two of you here, then that miserable, disgusting lord of the underworld Raijin that these worms here continue to worship down here will be next, monkeys. But unlike him, the two of you actually represent everything that I despise when I think about how far I've come, as despite with your sense of hope, your resistance, and worst of all, your seemingly limitless monkey potential," Frieza continues, "what you are looking at right now is the one true God King among them all, as no amount of collective attacks from either one of you or those demons is going to be enough to go and change that," Frieza says, "and after I am done in having to go and obliterate you all, will I only then see to it in hunting down Raijin across the entire multiverse if I need to, and as once I go and find him, if he isn't already on that mountain of his, I am going to go and break every bone within his body, and as well as going as far as to drain every ounce of his divine essence that I can, for the demon realm will later come to find themselves in having to go and bend their knees to my will, and otherwise of course they will all simply perish within the process, and that very throne which their leader currently sits within," Frieza says, "is going to be something where everyone will later come to find a new occupant within its place, and the very name of that occupant that is going to be sitting within that throne is going to be none other than Lord Frieza, you filthy monkey." nice. But why do you still go and choose to submit yourself over to Raijin if you know that deep down you aren't going to be strong enough to beat him, even if you manage to somehow go and find a way to bypass the two of us, Goku questions? And that is simply because without our aid here against that beast, you aren't going to go and stand a chance whether you are given a stronger level of power to go and wield here or not, Frieza, with Frieza responding, well, it's actually quite simple as a matter of fact, you small-minded knuckle-dragging monkey, but I wouldn't go and put it past you to not go and use whatever brains you have left up there, Frieza continues, because while I know that Raijin may in fact be far stronger than how I am within the moment, Demon Black Frieza says, I instead plan on going and getting my hands on those cubes that he appears to so desperately be after, Frieza says, and as once I am able to go and obtain these very cubes for myself, will I only then be able to go and peer into the unknown, which Raijin kept going on and on about, because simply put, if there is in fact a far more complex world out there in this omniverse with an ecosystem that is far larger than the current one that we exist here within the moment, then I plan on having to go and rule over all of it myself, because just like you, my power can also continuously grow and having it evolve just as frequently as yours does, Saiyan. And very soon, if in fact what that Raijin had went and said is to be taken and having it be true, Frieza continues, then there will be no remaining force within this entire multiverse who will go and stop me from claiming it all to myself and going as far as to obtain a power that goes far beyond Raijin's and having it be what rules over everything. But then, it was only from within these very moments now, from out of nowhere, unbeknownst to Frieza, as Vegeta had gone as far as to notice someone rapidly making their way ever so closer towards them, was when Vegeta went on to then quickly respond, "Oh, curse you, Frieza! Wait a second, Kakarot's there! Do you see it? For whatever that is only appears to be closing in from right behind him, and so now watch it!" But then, it was only from within this very moment now, unbeknownst and shockingly enough to everyone there, as the strongest and final leading member of the Dark Masters, Toro, was then shown having to quickly make his way in before having to be shown having to elbow Frieza directly in the face, was when Toro went on to then quickly respond, "Why, you disgusting, insolent little traitorous worm! And to think that you would go and cast aside the sacred allegiance that you had went and sworn to the demon realm and had sworn to Raijin himself so easily, and is ultimately going to be one fatal mistake that I am going to make you go and pay dearly for, Frieza. And it's because of what you had did in having you be nothing more than a parasite to our cause by allowing for someone like yourself to go and feed off of the very source of our power down here," Toro continues, "will no longer go and stand, so as long as I am here to go and see to it that you are to go and fail in your mission to go and continue with your resistance, Frieza," with Vegeta responding, "Oh, well, that's just great, and just who the heck is this one, and why is he so much bigger and meaner looking than the last demon was?" Vegeta questions, as surely this one here must be the second in command around here then, right? With Goku responding, "Oh yeah, well, you're right about that one, because that one there, from what I can remember about him," Goku says, "is the leader of those Dark Masters and the strongest one among them all, who is only said to be second to Raijin in status down here within the demon realm, but our mission is a clear one here," Vegeta Goku says, "for it only now looks as though that both you and I are going to have to try and fight our way and having to go past these two if we hope to go and make it out, and having to go and find Whis and aiding him against that demon god Raijin. And so if that's what we're going to be left and having to be tasked with," Goku continues, "we'll need to go and hurry and try to cast any doubts that we may have aside for this one here, and that is simply because one way or another, with Toro now having to be there alongside with Frieza, we aren't going to be progressing our way out of this one until each of them have been beaten, and so I will need for you to go and stand ready here next to me, because this is going to be it here, Vegeta," as Toro went on to address Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza by pointing
Sound.
me the Dragon Ball.
I have none.
If you do not have them, then I have no need for them.
Oh, we found a key for them. Fortunately.
Give me the Dragon Ball.
Even if I had one, why would I give it?
If the sound cuts out, I'm sorry guys. Nothing I can do about it. Gotta buy a new cable.
Where are the Dragon Balls?
What are those?
Where are the Dragon Balls?
They're getting key rush though.
I'll make sure your death is quick.
I love you.
Where are the Dragon Balls?
Dragon, whatchamacallit? What are those?
Where are the Dragon Balls?
What are those?
You have one Dragon Ball.
I really don't want to do this.
Everyone has world champion, bro. Like I said, my bad about the sound, guys.
Consider it done.
So annoying, bro. Like, honestly, you guys have your win, bro. This is why no one plays this game no more.
Pointing out towards Frieza by then quickly responding, "Why, you treacherous little annoying mortal scum! For not only have I grown extremely tired in having to slowly watch as you continuously attempt to go and ruin Lord Raiden's master plan in attempting to go and stand in the way of having him go and complete his ultimate mission, but now that I have watched as both you and your kind have leveled the demon realm and having you purge it of some of its best and mightiest warriors," Toro continues, "including by watching and having to go and see you do away with several of my Dark Masters on top of the fact, from this very moment onwards, not only am I going to be what stands in being your final opponent," Toro says, "but whether you choose to go and fight against one another or if you go and choose to all stand in unity by having you all fight me at once,